I got evicted before I blew up.
You see?
And this is part of the reason why I talk about, like, when I speak to people about spirituality and God, because even in the midst of getting evicted, I already knew that I was going to be lit.
Bigger blessing.
It was a post that somebody posted my content.
It went crazy.
And it went crazy in the midst of getting evicted.
Welcome to the Don't Let That Go Over Your Head podcast, starring Q the Boss.
Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back to another episode of Don't Let That Go Over Your Head podcast. I got somebody very special in the building. New York, stand up for this guy. Stand up, stand up. Listen, I'm going to let him introduce himself, man. You know, let me say something before I let him speak, man. I followed this guy for a while. I love his content. You know, I'm going to be honest with you. I got an extra hype. I get hype when I meet people that's from my city because I support everybody. But I definitely go harder for somebody that's from where I'm from because I know how hard it is to make it out of this city. You get a lot of jealousy. You get a lot of envy. You get a lot of people feeling entitled, right? And you worked your behind off to get to where you are. But I'm going to let him introduce himself, guys. You know, he's here. He's here.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy, Renny. Queens, New York in the building. What's up?
Queens is in the building.
New York, New York.
So, Renny, let's talk, man. Let's have some fun tonight, man. First off, I'm going to be honest with you. He caught me off guard today. I thought Renny was African. I'm going to say it, Renny. I got to say it. Because of the Godfrey thing, right?
Right.
But let's let him know what you are.
So that's the thing. I'm Haitian.
Sak passe na boule.
Sak passe na boule.
Listen, I speak a lot of Creole, just so you know. Kijon Relay. Yeah, I speak a lot of Creole. I'm not Haitian, guys, but I speak a lot of Creole.
Okay.
And the reason why I'm going to tell y'all something, I'm going to give him some flowers right now. In his country, some flowers. Haiti has done so much for the black culture, and they tend to not get the recognition unless you know history, right? Haiti is the first, and I say this with conviction, the first black continent, black place to ever be, you know, to get free, right? And I love Haiti and I respect Haiti so much. And I just got to give them their flowers, man. You guys have put on, man. And to go further, they went around the Caribbean freeing up a lot of people too, man. Right. They've done a lot. They've done a lot. Right. But how did this whole Renny thing start? How did it start?
Right. So, man, it started 2016 or 17 or something like that. I'm like fresh out of high school, going into college, going to study theater at Brooklyn College, right? And that's around the time where Instagram came out with the video feature.
Okay.
Right? So at first, if you was back in the day with Instagram, there was only pictures.
Yes, I remember that.
Then they had the video feature that got dropped, and that was around the same time I was like a freshman in college. And that's when I started playing with the phone, man. Like you know, like just making content. And initially it was a plan to have a vehicle into the business.
Okay. Aside
from auditioning and those sorts of things, you know what I'm saying? So it was more so like me taking going on my own action.
Okay.
To create.
I like that. I like that.
Directly to an audience.
You know what I'm gonna compare this to? And I bet you're gonna agree with it. That's like Soulja Boy and YouTube. That's what I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you Soulja Boy and YouTube.
Right. Soulja Boy was a first whatever.
But I think low key, as far as comedians, you're the first in New York.
Right.
Well, we ain't gonna do that. Yo, you gotta give it where it's due, man. You gotta give it where it's due. You gotta know your history, man. You definitely, when y'all say that, you know, we had a lot of guys come behind you like Capri and, you know, I give him his flowers. I love him. He's a good person. I met a lot of people in his business, but you definitely the first here to get hot for doing that, right?
Right.
But what inspired you? What makes your comedy? What makes you like want to do it? What made you even want to be like a comedian? Like, not just a comedian, but just...
So like, yeah, well, Yeah, because it's like it's also comedy, but then I can like so Jamie Foxx is one of my biggest inspirations, right?
Shout out
So
Jamie, man.
comedy is one thing, and then I could also do
Act.
drama. You know what I
Yes.
mean? I
Yes.
actually studied this thing. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I got like a good 3 to 4 movies under my belt so far and counting.
Let's say what they are.
So I got the Christmas Lottery, I got Karen, I got Dutch, the movie, and dang, I'm trying to remember Fruits of the Heart.
Fruits of the Heart.
And I just got cast in American Sports Story covering Aaron Hernandez on Hulu, coming out like probably the end of this year or next year, something like that.
Wow. I'm not gonna lie, the other day I was looking on your gram, I was smiling, man. I said, yo, I love, like, you know, Fat Boy SSE?
Right.
I was the first person to ever interview. You can look it back. It's 5 years ago.
Mm.
I was the first person. This is when the hamburger got smacked out of his hand. I interviewed him from then, right? And I'm gonna tell you why. I saw the talent. I saw the humor. I saw it already, right?
Yeah.
I love to give flowers. People that know me know I show love.
Mhm.
Like I'm a very loving person. Like today is just the start of what we gonna have. I already know. You gonna be like, yo, that's my guy.
No, right.
Right?
For real.
But let me ask you a question. You said a name. I gotta go back to this name. Jamie Foxx, bro.
Yeah.
That man is multi-talented.
Right, because the thing is, I got a voice too, so it's like I also have.
Can we hear something, Dre? Tell him, can we hear something? Can we hear something? Yo, guys, tell him, yo, if I get 5, let me hear something. He gonna have to sing. Let me hear something.
Oh my God!
Come on, somebody on the live, please say, let me hear something.
Like a run. Oh no.
Love it.
You know what I mean?
You know something funny? There's another a comedy guy that can sing, DC Youngfly. That boy could sing, bro.
He got a voice too.
Yeah, he did a video when he at one of the award shows. He sung in front of Tank. I was like, wow, that boy can sing. So, who inspires you every day? Like, who makes you outside of just Jamie Foxx? You know, in your media circle, other than celebrities, who inspires you?
Yeah, man. Outside of celebrities, right?
Yes, outside of celebrities, we gotta get them their flowers too.
Yeah. Man, I have like even just off the top of my head, like from early days, this teacher that I had in junior high school,
Okay.
Mr. Green.
Mr.
He
Green.
would always ask me, "Where's my watch?" He's like, "Cromwell." That's my last name. He's like, "Cromwell, where's your watch?" And he's like, and then he goes, "Time is important."
It is.
You know what I'm saying? And then like as time went on, I'm like, man, I'm just realizing more and more in certain instances where I stayed on top of time and it served me well. So like I always think about him when I think about Tom.
Wow. You know what I want to talk about? Something we was talking about off of air. You know, how could we change the literacy in the Black culture as far as understanding money, right? How can we help change it? Like, right, as far as raising awareness, as far as, like a minute ago, you said something, and I agree with you because I could relate to it. So it made me want to speak about it. We weren't taught it, right? So it's hard to understand something you weren't taught. So how can we change that, right, as far as helping more people understand money?
Yeah, man. I feel like it starts with the local neighborhood that you're in, you know? Having some sort of program set up in that aspect of wherever you are and getting together and putting something together for the youth, you know?
Yes.
Because I feel like we definitely got to catch them young, right?
Yes.
Got to catch them young.
Yes.
So putting these things together and educating people on these aspects and also telling them where they could start with,
Yes.
you know, because you
Yes.
got to start somewhere. of
Agreed.
course,
Agreed.
You know.
Agreed.
But yeah, I definitely feel like putting events together to
Yeah.
like showcase,
Yeah.
you know, these kind of things.
It's funny because like when I get on a podcast, I talk to a lot of people. I do so many different things that I'm like, sometimes I might talk about relationships. Today I might talk about money. Today I talk about life. Today I talk about parenting, right? Because I do so many things. A lot of people don't believe that when I tell them what I got going on. They're like, he capping. And I'm like, nah, it's just a man that's a hustler. But let me ask you a question. Like, if you can go back, and I'm just speeding up, if you can go back and talk to the young Renny, what would you say to yourself? like a young Renny, like I'm saying preteen or like teenage Renny, 13, what would you say to yourself?
Man. Um,
That's the convo I want to hear.
right,
Let's pretend as if you're talking to him right now. What would you say to him?
right. I would tell him to stay out of trouble,
Yeah,
keep good company.
keep good company.
Keep good company.
We're gonna talk about that.
Um, and don't blame everybody else.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you a question about company.
Accountability.
Would you say since you started getting your notoriety and your recognition and people recognize you extremely, would you say that people feel entitled to what you've done or the sacrifices you made to get to where you are? We ain't gotta
Um,
say no names.
right. I kind of get that energy slightly sometimes, but the thing is, it's the way you carry yourself, right? I feel like people know what to do with who,
Agreed.
right?
Agreed.
So, with that being said, it's how you handle yourself and how you conduct yourself with people that allows them to do this or do that or
Yes.
act this way or act that
Yes.
way with you.
Yes. You know, I know somebody on here want to know, is Renny currently single? Or you prefer listen, if you prefer not to say, it's okay.
I prefer not to say.
Plead the fifth. We plead the fifth, guys. Listen, it is what it is. Moving on. But I'm saying, so like every day when you wake up, like what is a normal day for you? Like what is a day? How did we start off?
Well, every day when I wake up, I get up, check emails, check in with my manager, um, get that workout in,
Yes.
right? For example, I'm on tour right now, so I check in with promotions and make sure everything is running the way it's supposed to run. You know, um, I hit up family, checking with some family. You know, I always like to make sure I send appreciation texts, so to speak. You know, just to check in with people. You know, let
Yes.
them know that you know, I'm there. I'm here. I'm still here.
I love it.
You know, uh, yeah, man. Spent some time with my. I'm the oldest of four.
Wow. Wow.
Um,
I'm gonna say this.
yeah.
I stole this man off tour, just so y'all know that, guys. You know, I stole this man off tour. Listen, when we started corresponding, he was like, yo, you know what? I tap in with you, and we gotta say this, guys. All my guys in the room right now with this let's get this man his flowers and tell him we appreciate him, guys, for coming to do this episode. Right? He's currently on tour. Right? So it's like, with that being said, let's thank him. And let's thank him for coming up here and showing us the love. Because again, yo, your schedules can get crazy, right?
Mhm.
But he still made time for us. So I want to tell him I appreciate him for this, right?
Absolutely.
This guy's shaking, guys. And he's funny as her mother, right? I mean, comedy is not like do something on the spot. That's kind of corny, right? You can't do that. You can't do that. That's weird, bro. Like, I get some people, they be like, you speak Creole? I'm like, yeah. They be like, speak Creole. I'm like, that's like on the spot.
On the spot.
Yeah, it's on the spot.
You could do a backflip on the spot, but like,
No, but he's right. You can't just do that, man.
nah.
But like I'm saying, so like, what are your future self? What do you see yourself futurely like? What do you see yourself futurely doing?
In the future, I see myself even like green lighting projects at some point, you
Nice.
know, and writing and producing and whatnot. you know?
Yes, thinking bigger,
Yeah, directing. Yeah.
bigger.
Right.
Nah, I love it because me personally, like my guy, he's a producer. For all those who don't know, that Boss Dre is one of the most talented, and Chris Richards is one of the most talented producers that you can meet on Long Island. If you're looking for any kind of promotion, definitely tap into my guys, Boss Dre and Chris Richardson. They have different styles, right? So when you do your movies, you know you can get your soundtrack from.
Right. You know what I mean?
I had to bomb to that,
Connect.
right? Listen. So, like, what was something that you want people to know about you?
Yeah, man. I'm not too much of I would say a social person sometimes. I look social, but sometimes I really be in my own world.
Social media, it can fool you.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Should I say other things or like
Damn, go ahead, go more.
yeah, man, I'm bilingual. I speak Creole. Parle Creole.
Listen, he's right though, but like, look, social media, like just because you're nice on social media don't mean you always want people in your face, right? Like you still want a private life too, but again, it comes with the territory, right?
Yeah, you know, it does.
Let me ask you a question. And I was just telling you about one of my guys. What is the craziest moment you've had thus far in your career? Like as far as dealing with like a fan. The names will not be said to protect the innocent.
So I was on tour like 2 years or 1 year ago, and for the first time, I had my first boob signed.
Okay.
Yeah,
We signed a boo.
yeah, I signed a boob. You know what I mean?
How that felt?
That felt lit.
I made
Felt
it.
lit. Yeah,
I made I
I
made
wasn't
it.
expecting it like at a comedy show. I'm like, oh, it's really lit.
But you must have killed it.
I must have.
You must have killed it, right? You must have killed it.
Yeah.
Listen, for those who want to call in and talk to Renny, 516-253-1150. One more time, 516-253-1150. If you want to ask this man a question direct, we giving you the open line to do it, right?
Straight up.
We don't normally do this, but we doing this today live. If you want to ask him a question, ask him a question. 516-253-1150. Listen, like Renny, I'm going to be honest with you. I already know your future is crazy. I already see it. Like
Into existence. Speaking into
listen, because you got to realize just to get any kind of, like there's a saying in New York. Anybody that knows New York saying, say it with me. If you could make it in New York, you can make it anywhere.
Yeah.
And the only reason why I say it is not saying that New York is superior to nowhere. It's just saying that it's very, very territorial. It's very judgmental. People don't want to.
A lot of ego.
A lot of egos. So if you make it out of here, you definitely surpassed the average, right? Because it's not easy.
And it's saturated.
And it's oversaturated.
Oversaturated.
It is, bro.
Yeah.
So many people want your spot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the sad part is they might not even work as hard as you. That's the crazy part. I'm gonna give you a quick story. I don't want to cut it up, but I'm going through something right now with a particular somebody I love. And I keep trying to help them change their mentality. And I've noticed that we're constantly bickering because we think two different ways, right? And I'm sitting here saying, look, I'm not trying to fight you. I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm just trying to raise your awareness to understand that we're getting older, right? And you have no money working. Let me say this narrative, guys. If money is not working, then you're always working for money, right? And time is measured in money.
Drop a bomb on that.
I'm gonna say that one more time. If you're not working, if money is not being made from investments you made, you're gonna always have to work for money. And I hate to say this, our country that we live in is a slave country. And I'm trying to break it down to him. I'm trying to explain to him. And I don't want to see him wake up at like 60 and then realize like I should have listened. But it's like, and I need advice, guys. How can you help someone that don't think they need help?
Well, that's difficult, man, because I feel like you got to be the person to be the first one to help yourself. So that could be a complicated situation.
Yes, it can.
You know, because not everybody has that umph in them to like get up and, you know,
Go after
take
it, right?
charge, go after it, take charge and all that. So it's gonna it's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be a tough one. It's definitely gonna be a tough one.
Bro, I mean, I've never been so sad by not feeling like I'm doing good or better. And I'm noticing that the circle should be having more people that I grow with or love, but they don't understand it.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, like we talking from like real talk, like Renny's a celebrity in New York, right, guys? Come on, let's just call it what it is. If you overly recognized, I mean, you're a celebrity, right? Right? Would you agree?
Right. Now, yeah.
Yeah. If people recognize you, that means you're a celebrity.
In the street.
Because people, look, talk about Bronx, Brooklyn, Manhattan,
Yeah.
Staten Island, Queens, Long Island.
Especially in New York, man. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like in New
Yes.
York.
Yes. So he's a celebrity, guys. Let's just call it what it is. So, like, how do you stop people from feeling like, sometimes it's like, okay, I just put the seasoning in. The food is just starting to boil. Just wait. Like, how do you just calm down? Like, you celebrating too prematurely. How do you keep yourself reserved from not overly? Because you've done some dope things.
Mm-hmm.
How do you say, wait, calm down, just keep grinding, keep going, tunnel vision. How do you do that to yourself?
Right. Easily. I think about my upbringing and I think about where I came from. Automatically, that makes me snap into focus no matter what was accomplished. I mean,
Got a
drop
bomb to
a
that.
bomb on 'em. Drop
I got a
bomb.
bomb to that. You know something funny the other day when I told a guy, I said, yo, I got Renny coming up. The guy overly expressed how close y'all are. And I looked at him, I said, you sure? I said, I think, let me say this, and I hope you agree with this. You may know of somebody, but you may not know that person. And I think a lot of people misconstrue it. Like, I could have went to school with you, but that don't mean we know each other. I know of you, right? Right? It's just what it is.
You
Like,
have to live with me to know me.
oh, come on. We got to hang out. We got to break bread. We got to eat with each other.
Yeah.
I got to know your mother on a first name basis.
Mm-hmm.
When I walk in the room, I got to say, Madame, bonjour, right? Bonne nuit, something, right? I got to know your mom, right? And a lot of people don't understand that. It's like they get so caught up in thinking, I'm entitled to what he got going on because I know him.
And that's interesting because like I don't do that myself. So like that's why I don't understand what is it inside of a person to like make them feel entitled in the first place.
Oh my
Because
God.
I'm like, I wouldn't do that.
At all.
So it's like, what is it? You know what I'm saying?
We speak about entitlement. I don't know if is it entitlement? Is it there's a phobia, and I was reading up about it. It said the fear of losing out or losing access. The fear of losing access. So I think some people fear losing access to you.
Yeah,
right.
Because there's a thing of not being accessible to everyone. So it's a thing. It's just all a dynamic.
Would you say you have the same circle you've had since you started?
Absolutely. If anything, it gets smaller.
Yeah.
If anything, and if I deal with anybody else at this point, it's for business.
It has to make sense.
You know
It has to make sense.
Has to make sense.
Listen, you gotta equate all the work you put in to get to here.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't discredit all of that because this is only here because of all of this.
Right.
And stop looking at the end results, right? That's what I feel like a lot of people do. They look at the end results. They don't see the sacrifices, right?
Mm-hmm.
What would you say is your greatest sacrifice, like religiously? What is your greatest sacrifice?
I fasted at like 21 years old for the first time ever.
Wow.
Like a week.
Wow.
Like over a week or something like that. Yeah.
Wow. Let me ask you a question. If you could work with anybody, like anybody, let's start with first we're gonna start with the movie world. Then we're gonna go into the comedy world. We're gonna talk about who would you go on tour with if you could. No, we ain't gonna say if you could. When you do, right? We believe in speaking into existence. So if you could do a movie role, who would be in your movie?
It's crazy that like those would probably be the same person, but it's just like, damn, man. It's like, yo, Jamie's my guy for real. Like, and there's a lot of other people I got on the list. You know what I mean? As far as comedy, that's dope. You know, we got the Eddie. We got like as far as people I study too, Richard Pryor.
Richard is amazing.
You know, we got Bernie Mac. We even got some new cats that's pretty dope too. You know, the Carlos Miller from 85 South Show.
I know Carlos Miller.
You know, Tony Baker, a few cats, man. So yeah, like comedy as far as that goes, like doing a tour with Jamie would be crazy.
You hear something crazy? I just heard about. You heard of Patrice O'Neal?
Patrice O'Neal was a monster.
Oh my God, he's hilarious.
No, like
hilarious.
he was a issue.
Oh. Yes. That's why I
Yeah,
say,
man.
guys, there's a lot of people that's talented that you would
Rest in
never
peace. Yeah.
even know them.
Mhm.
I was like, wow. I'm being honest and being fair. I've only learned about him this year.
Mhm.
I'm being
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know. I
That
never
means
knew.
his stuff is living. His
Woof.
stuff living. You
Woof.
know.
I was like, wow,
Yeah.
hilarious. I watched one of his episodes 3 times in 2 weeks. The same episode. And the funny thing is, the joke got funnier every time.
Yes.
That's when you know
That's
you're
how
hilarious.
you know you working with some gold. Yeah, that's that gold.
How did you tighten up your stand up? Like, how did you like tighten it up?
Right. So I even like I started before I started touring in the first place. I was doing open mics.
Okay.
So I was doing open mics, throwing material out, and this is like 2019, 18. And I would then start doing like small spots that was actually like shows, but it was just small holes in the wall, right?
Yes.
And then I started touring and using the material that I wrote on the tour and then building it more and more and more progressively. Along with like two of my guys that I have on the road with me that are also comics in their own uh lane right now. Reg Thomas and Desi Johnson.
Wow.
Shout
wow.
out to them.
Wow.
Also from New York. And yeah, man, like we've been just rocking. Like
I want people to understand this. This is a constant grind, guys.
mhm.
This is a grind, right?
Yeah.
And so you lose a lot of your free time to perfect your craft.
Mhm.
So, guys, you got to understand how hard he works. Sometimes you see the humor and the jokes, and you got to create those skits. You got to create all this work, the content. You know, you might want to be here. You might even want to be in your bed, but it's a constant grind, right?
Mhm.
Right. So, y'all got to think about that, right? That's why I say you got to get flowers, because sometimes you see, okay, let's say if a comedian is doing a 30-minute segment, 30 minutes, you looking at it as 30 minutes, but that could have took him a year to write that bit, right?
Mm.
A whole year to put that. You there rolling, laughing. He literally put that together over time.
Right.
And that's what we don't see, right?
Right.
And that's what I want to give you your flowers for, man. You know? I want to give you your flowers.
Absolutely, man. And look, it's funny. I heard I saw this quote the other day. They was like comedians is like restaurants.
Where'd
Like,
it go?
you like it's subjective, you know. You might not like this restaurant, but a lot of people like this restaurant.
I agree.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree.
So that gave me like another perspective and an angle to look at the science of this.
I agree. It's funny. My son likes The Office. So I try to watch it with him. Right? And
Craig Robinson's my guy.
but it's
Craig
like dry, it's dry
yeah.
humor. You gotta have like a dry humor
Yes,
mentality,
you gotta
right?
have a dry humor.
Yeah. So
Yes.
I'm listening to the jokes. I'm like, I'm more of a Martin Lawrence kind of guy,
Yeah.
Bernie
This one
Mac.
got like the ratchet comedy, the
Yeah.
dry comedy.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? The comedy that has music in it.
yeah. And it's funny because we watching Martin one time. My son is not laughing. I'm like, and I was like, what do you watch? He's like, let's watch The Office. So I'm sitting there watching The Office, but I'm like, I'm not laughing. But like you said, things are for different people, funny butts, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, what might be funny to you might not be funny to this person,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Yeah, yeah. Absolutely.
So let me ask you a question, like, how often do you write when you write your content?
Yeah, so like it's interesting because I feel like I'm just now getting back to a point where I'm able to write more because I was focused on so many other aspects of my image and like my brand,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That I wasn't really on the creative side as much.
Okay.
So now I'm more so recently getting back to the creative side, you know, and now which is where I relax. I call that I relax in the creative side.
Wow,
You know
wow.
what I'm saying? So yeah.
I like that. So let me ask you. I know you said Eddie Murphy. No, not Eddie Murphy. You said Jamie Foxx. Who? 5-man tour. Let's get this 5-man tour.
The Jamie Foxx show not funny though?
Jamie Foxx, hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You know something funny? You know what makes Jamie Foxx's show so funny? Braxton. And I'm gonna tell you why. Yes. We all know a Braxton. Like, you can't tell me. Chris, you Braxton, Chris. Chris is Braxton, right? We all know a Braxton, right? So it's like he hit every nail on the head. He chasing fancy, right? He wants her.
Mhm.
You know, the uncle and the aunt is mad at him because he always doing something crazy,
Right.
right? So he made a storyline that made sense, right? So let me say, if you was to create a story like a show, how would it go? What would it be?
So I already have something that's in motion
Oh man,
that like has an audience already, and it's
Something
surrounded
explosive.
around.
Explosive, guys.
It's surrounded around uh a stepdad.
Okay,
So like his name is Jeffrey,
okay.
and he plays my stepfather, and basically we have a love-hate relationship.
Typical,
You know what I'm saying?
typical.
So yeah, I already got like in that like that has like a whole growing audience, and like it's definitely it's building.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it. I love it. Listen, so let me ask you, what do you got coming up? Like, what's more to come from you? Like, what else?
man. I've been so like apart from American Sports Story coming out on Hulu,
Okay.
FX, uh, and touring and finishing the rest of the tour for this year.
What else? What other cities you got, real quick?
Man, we about to go to Chicago. We about to go to Chi-Town. Then we're gonna do some Sacramento, San
Sacktown,
Francisco.
San Francisco,
Um, we're gonna do CT.
Connecticut. Where in Connecticut?
Hartford.
Hartford, I know Hartford very well.
Yeah, a few other places we're gonna do. We're gonna do Detroit. Yeah.
How long you normally go on tour?
It depends. Like sometimes it's like a time period of a few months,
Okay.
or it can span out from like half to like half of a whole year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Now I love it because
Then there's breaks in between, or stuff like that.
you need some rest. No children.
I got a son.
Oh, congrats, man. How old?
Yes, I got a son that's 10 months.
Oh wow. Let me give you this, man. Welcome to fatherhood, guys. The gift and the curse. Now, fatherhood is beautiful, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I gotta say this, man. Fathers don't get the love we deserve.
Bruh.
We don't get the love we deserve. I've been a father since I was 17, and I've raised my son. He lives with me. He's about to be 21, so you can do the numbers. And I just feel like sometimes I feel like as a dad, we're not appreciated, man. And I'm like, it's a beautiful thing. It's gotta be something you just love doing because you know it's right. You just know it's right.
It's right.
Put up
pause
it's right.
on that. Put a
Yeah,
pause on
man. You know it's right.
You know it's right.
I feel like sometimes I'm like, damn, I feel underappreciated sometimes. But then I gotta check myself and like, I'm doing the right thing though.
Yeah.
I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Right? But the beautiful thing is look, somebody said CTS. He said Hartford too, guys. He'll be in Hartford. Check in on him. Man, it's hilarious.
Yeah, we adding dates and all that too. So yeah.
Oh, they adding dates too.
Yeah.
Right? So when you're on the road, let's go back to what we were saying. So what else you said you got more coming up? Like what else?
Oh, right. Now, and aside from all that, I plan to get into like the fitness thing too, and like and being a pillar for my audience as far as fitness, going into a different sector.
I love that.
You know
I
what I'm
love
saying?
that. I love that. I love it.
Yeah.
Listen, if you can right now predict your next 10 years, let's hear that sound. The next 10 years.
Next 10 years.
Oscar. Oscar better be it.
Oh, you know what? We're gonna start off with the Oscar.
Okay.
Oscar credits on multiple projects.
Okay.
You know what? Also the real estate thing.
That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. The real estate, stocks.
Yes.
charity and charity foundations for like young men that come from single parent homes.
I love it. You come from a single mother?
Yeah.
Me too. Single mother of 6. Right, single mother of 6. You know what? Let's give them the ovation for the mothers that have raised children on their own, right? And I'm not talking about ones that had dads that stepped in and out. That still counts as a single mother, right? If you had a man that was religiously there, that's a big difference. But I'm talking about in, out, or wasn't there, or even deaf, right? It happens too.
Mhm.
Let me give you your flowers, man. No, he understands why I said that, because you see the sacrifices of a mother. It's
Yeah.
different. It's different.
Totally.
It's different. Let me ask you something. If you could tell your mother something, what would you tell her? Like, let me hear you tell your mother something. I'm gonna put this reel on too. I'm gonna put it. So look that in that camera.
Which one?
Mama.
Yeah. So simply, it's okay. I got you.
Listen, straight to the point. You know something funny? That sound like me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I seen the sacrifice. You know, I remember my mother used to work 16, 18 hours, come in, feet hurting. And then you would tell her, like, Ma, you should just, nah, I got it. And I would never hear her complain. And if she did complain, it was about something we did. And I'm like, you know, you have every right to complain. She never did it. You know, it's just the woman, man, you gotta give them their flowers, man. Like, strong, man. I seen some things with my mom, man. My mom used to fall asleep cooking, right? Still cooking. And it still be fire. It's like she knew when to wake up, right? Before it was time, before the food burned, man. You know, but single mothers, man. I'm sorry I went in a little trance for a second.
Yeah.
You know, went back in my days, man. But you say you're not the oldest?
No, I'm the oldest. Yeah.
Ooh, that's a big responsibility, man.
You telling?
So you technically was the dad.
Technically.
Yeah.
Technically.
Telling you, it's the same story I got.
Like, I'll tell you this, man. I like, it's to a point where I started to get Father's Day cards.
Wow.
On Father's Day, and then I'm
Wow.
like, wait, okay.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, this is a tearjerker, man. Like,
We trying to hold back, you know?
yeah, for real.
His cousin gave me on Father's Day one year. He was like, the words. It's not that it was a plaque, but if the words was like, if no man could be more of my father than me, I see him as you. And I'm like, why you want me to cry? Like, damn, like,
Yeah.
I don't do this because I want to be your dad. I do this because I love you.
It's right.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
You know the hardest thing though, and how old is your youngest sibling right now?
Man, my youngest sibling is 5.
Wow. You know the funny thing is?
I'm 28.
28. Oh, you young. You young.
Relatively.
Yeah, no, but listen, but enjoy your youth, baby.
Yeah.
You gotta enjoy it.
Nah, but I ain't gonna lie, I feel different. I mean,
It's because you know you've been putting, like, let's just say you said you went back to 20 what? 20. When did you first pop?
2016? No, 27. Yeah.
2017? Let's say 2016.
17, yeah.
17.
Yeah.
18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
3.
6 years. So that's technically what, 18, 17 year already? No.
Yeah, 18, 19.
18, 19 year already? Wow. I gotta ask this question. At what moment, like, when you met a celebrity, was like, yo, I'm really here.
Yo, it was when I met, damn, a few of them. Like, Kevin Hart.
He knew who you were.
Everybody knew who I was when I met them. That's the thing. Like, so I met Kevin Hart. That was crazy.
Yes.
Odell Beckham.
Yes.
That was crazy. Diddy. That was nuts. Jamie Foxx house.
Wow.
In LA.
Wow.
That was like motivation until 3000 year, the year 3000 or some shit. You know, Lil Kim, and Jada. Yeah, man. It was crazy blowing up. And I remember Drake saying this in one of his interviews. He's like, yo, you're gonna be chasing the moment that you blew up for the rest of your career.
You're not lying. It becomes an addiction, right? Or a high.
Yo, I'm telling you.
You know something funny? And the thing about people don't understand about celebrities, the same way you look at TikTok, they look at TikTok. The same way you look at Instagram, they look at Instagram.
This is where we're living right. This is where we're living right now. This is
yes.
it. This is it.
You know, bro.
We are all like in a fucking metaverse right now.
Oh,
bro.
come on, you can say that again, man.
We in the metaverse.
Listen, the networking goes through the DM.
It's I've been in man. I was on a FaceTime with ASAP Rocky in between college classes, bro.
Wow.
On campus one day, bro. Like it's so crazy, man. It's so crazy. Bryson Tiller was like Ryan Leslie was the first to reach out to me.
Wow.
First one to reach out to me because he had the super phone going too.
Wow.
Yeah, man. And that was my first trip to LA with Ryan.
You'll never forget that.
Oh, man.
Never. I tell you, the first celebrity that, I met tons of celebrity through the club and everything.
I know, I've seen
I met a lot of them.
Yeah.
But the first one, let me see if my guys remember. Who was the first one to reach out to me and want to work with me? Let me see if y'all remember. Who was it, Chris? Not through music, not through none of that. Talking about through the podcast, our social media platform. It's Catino Mobley, bro. Mobley. All right, and I'm talking about like genuinely embrace me like a little brother, talk game, build with me. Right? No, that's the moment. Bro, money is beautiful. That's beautiful. But when you learn that people that you respect see you as a peer, I think that's when it changes. Right? That changed I've done tons of things, but it was like, damn, like you really respect my words and you really respect what I'm saying. And, that blew my mind, bro.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine. He said invited to Jamie Foxx's house and hung at Jamie Foxx's house and got inspired. You know how many times he just said on this podcast that he respect Jamie Foxx? You see that? But that's how things can change in a micro minute.
Yeah.
Right? Literally.
For real.
To a young guy who wants to do exactly or, do something, what would you tell? Like, what would you say to them? Or a young woman?
Always consistently be found working on yourself. Like I still have to chase the work that I was doing when I first blew up because that was the real work.
Yes.
You feel me? Like later on is the stuff that you get applauded for down the line after you done made the accolades and make your name and you're making your name.
Yes.
But continuously work on yourself to be better. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's never a place when you feel like you arrived, then you're done.
Yes.
You're done. You're finished.
Yep. Now, what he just said, guys, and I wholeheartedly, y'all know I say that all the time. Sometimes people wonder with all the things I got going on. They're like, yo, you still humble enough to come sweep your barbershop. And I'm like, why wouldn't I be? It's mine.
Moses lawn, right?
Come on, bro. And this fake Hollywood crap, I'm not going to ever, ever, ever forget where I started. The humble beginnings allow you to sustain your successful endings. Remember, I'm going to say that one more time. But, let me bomb that. Right? It's the truth. Your humble beginnings allow you to sustain your successful endings.
Yes.
And a lot of people they don't see is the humility, right? It's the looking at the people that supported you when you were nothing, still allowing them to have access to you. The other day I DM'd, somebody wrote me in my DM.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Oh
man.
my God. Someone wrote me in my DM, right? They said, Q, I know you're not gonna respond to me you're not gonna respond to me. But I just want you to
respond.
Yes. Yes.
Just because you said
what?
That
and then I said to the person, they said, something you said inspired me so much that I decided to go rekindle the relationship with my mom because of what you wrote. So I wrote the person back, why wouldn't I respond to you? And she said, because I would have never, I said, listen, without these messages, there's no me.
Nothing. Boom.
And I just wish a lot of celebrities will understand that.
Yes.
I get it. You can catch a pitch doing 100 miles an hour. I get it, right? You can dunk on top of Shaquille O'Neal. I get it. But again, there's gonna come a time where the people you left when you were going up, you're gonna see on your way back down, and that's just a harsh reality. But again, when you coming back down, those people that always show love, they're gonna go like this. You had some people that had more than one run at success. More than one run.
Mm-hmm.
You have Busta Rhymes who reinvented himself like multiples of times.
Mike Tyson.
We can keep going. Some people have careers within careers.
Everybody from the beginning.
Yes,
That's
they do.
why, bro.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Everybody.
I'm gonna tell you, my most humble artist that I've ever met in my whole history, if anybody knows me, and he's in prison right now or he's about to go in, it's Fetty Wap. Fetty Wap and Cardi B. That's my favorite two people I have ever met in my life in music. Ever. Cardi B, Fetty Wap. Fetty Wap promised me he would do my birthday party for a very, very low number. I booked him for a bigger event. At this time, Trap Queen is to the moon. Moon. I'm talking about RGF Island. It's crazy. He came and charged me the same exact number when he was little, bro.
Wow.
Yes, and he was getting 60 to 100K a show. He came and took my number. And I was like, wow.
You don't forget that.
No, bro.
You don't forget that.
No, bro.
Nah,
and I promised myself I'm going to write him a few times while he's away. I'm going to write him. I promised myself.
Yeah. I know he's in there too, like keeping that head up for sure.
Listen,
God willing.
But this is the moments where you've invested in people, where you get back reciprocated what you've done.
Yes.
Karma is real.
Karma is very real.
And I feel obligated to do it. It's not that he said, you better write me. I feel obligated.
It's beyond, it's beyond dialogue.
Oh
you know what I'm saying? There's some things like, so life is a feeling experience to begin with.
Yes.
And there's some things that we can't really explain. It's only feel. Like we see everything, like we see these lights, we see the mic and everything.
Yeah.
But there's stuff going on right now in this moment that's like stuff we can't even put in our hand, bro.
Agreed.
It's an energetic thing, mostly, bro.
Yes.
It's energy.
Look, today, my guy Tyler, I brought him to a meeting. My theory over here is exposure leads to expansion. The mind won't expand if it's exposed. So I taught him today, I said, I'm gonna bring you with me. I hit him up. I just wanted him to come to see more. Potential is there. The mentality is there. Now I gotta help him find the directions to the results.
Right.
Because as his mentor, as his big bro, I gotta help him. And that's the whole concept. What we have is helping navigate new people to becoming their better selves.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. I feel like that's where I'm kind of going in towards more so lately too, in that direction. You know what I mean? Because I be thinking about like what else for myself, which is like that's going to always be ongoing.
Yes.
But there's like a new space that I feel like I gotta pour into.
Yeah.
At the same time, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like for others.
You're right.
You know what I mean? So
You're right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna blow your mind with this one. I had a guy, and they know I admired him. He's a very big motivational speaker. I'm not saying no names. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Reached out to me in my DM. Big motivational speaker. Two of them. Reached out to me. I was so hyped that I sent it to the group. See, I know how to celebrate different victories for different things that I do. Like, for instance, I'm not going to look at the club and be like, I'm winning because of the club. The podcast ain't the club, right? This is a whole nother thing I'm building now.
Yeah.
So I'm telling people it's separate. So long story short, he reached out to me from one of my videos. I was hyped. Tell the guys, yo, he reached out to me. I love your words and da-da-da-da. So finally I was like, yo, closed mouth don't get fed. I said, yo, bro, could you come on my podcast? I can't do that. So I said, explanation-wise, like, why? He said, it's just not doing it. would have been nice if you would have said, yo, Q, it's not ready for me. I would have owned it and I would have ate it and I would have understood it because it's business.
Yeah.
But the way he left me with a bad taste in my mouth, like, yeah.
Yeah, no explanation.
No. And that's something I feel like a lot of celebrities get, but then I see how hard a lot of them work to get to where they are. So I kind of understand it.
Excuse.
It's
Is
not,
that
though.
an excuse, bro? Because, like, you know what I mean? Like, when we think about this whole God thing
Yeah. Yeah.
and how, like, he's here for us and he always forgive us, who are we?
Yes.
You feel me? Like,
Yes.
you get to a certain point. I get it. That happened to you. That mean you pass it on, though?
Come on. And that's
I'm not saying it's...
That's
yeah.
the same thing I feel. Well, you can say that again, bro. Like, you gotta say that again.
I'm
say
not
that again.
saying it's easy, but challenge yourself, man. Shit.
I think you know, my new album is coming, first album is coming out, you know, produced by Boss Dre. It's called The Fear of the Unknown. And I think a lot of people fear like helping someone else become greater self because I like challenge. I like competition. It's healthy because it keeps me on my toes.
Cute. That is so.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, it keeps, yes.
It keeps you on your toes.
Man, I'm telling you.
Right?
Like, as a man, it is healthy, bro.
Someone wrote on the live, their head too big. And I agree with you. I agree with you. Some people, their heads are really big.
Yeah.
You know? But you know the craziest thing? One day when I die, right? And I can say this with confidence, Tyler. One day when I die, I know for a fact I could depend on at least, and I'm not exaggerating, 50 people to help my children. At least 50 people, if not more, because of all I poured into them. Yo, bro, I think I'm one of the most humblest guys I've ever met in my life. Like, people see chains, they see jewelry. That's an image. But in reality, I'm a guy, let's kick back, watch a football game. I don't care about that stuff.
And you was asking me, too, like, how do you not, like, forget or how do you stay focused
Yes.
to the accolades? I'm going to give you a fun fact.
Yes.
I got evicted right before I blew up.
Wow. Say that, just so y'all hear that, right? Just so y'all hear that. Say that again.
I got evicted before I blew up.
You see?
And this is part of the reason why I talk about when I speak to people about spirituality and God, because even in the midst of getting evicted, I already knew that I was going to be lit.
Bigger blessing.
Because I already got the shout out. It was a post that somebody posted my content.
It went crazy.
And it went crazy in the midst of getting evicted. So I'm here, first time this ever happening to me. And I'm like, whoa, I'm not even affected emotionally. I don't even care about this because I'm looking at a year from now. I'm like, well, I'm looking at 2 weeks from now.
Wow. It's coming.
Like, I'm about to tear this whole shit up.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in a better place than this.
I'm gonna be in a better place. I remember telling my mom, I'm like, yo, like, we're good. Trust me, we're fine. Like, and then next thing you know, I bring home a check for over $100K from a Honda commercial. You know what
I
I'm
hear
saying?
that. So when they're stressing, it was preparing him for his biggest blessing. Not his biggest, but one of his biggest blessings.
Come on, man.
And the many more to come. See, people don't understand that. You want to hear something crazy? And I tell my guys, right, I always wanted to live in like $1 million, big $1 million+ home. And I was like, I want it. When I came home, I used to sleep on my brother's floor, like on the floor, bro. And you know what's funny? I never realized how poor I was until I realized how poor I was. Like, I'm talking about literally how poor I grew up. I didn't realize how poor it was until I realized how poor I really was, right? My mom used to stretch everything to make us not feel it. And if I had to say, if I've never met Superwoman, I damn sure met my mother.
I met my mother too.
Oh my God, bro. Superwoman, bro.
My mother
I'm like, how? Well, I mean, one day she showed me her check. And I said, how the hell are you making this make sense? And I'm like, and we still want the material. And we still wanted the clothes and the shoe. Remember at 15, 16, you want those things.
That's the thing. She told me, she was like, yo, you a good kid. You don't ask for nothing. Like, I didn't ask, yo, man, I purposefully did not ask.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was to that point. So like these things build up in you, bro.
Yeah.
These things build up in you, and people
Yeah.
look at you. Oh, how does it feel to like? How does it feel? Nigga, I want 10 times as much as this right now,
Yes.
bro, and
It's
then
nothing.
10 times again.
That's that motivation.
Like what?
That's that motivation. People don't understand, like, it's a constant hustle, right? Like you said, of being addicted to the moment when you first blew up. It's like a hit or high, right? It's a rush, right? We can keep going on mad different ways of understanding, like, yo, this is what I want. I know I'm worthy of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the hardest part. You know, the other day we were having a conversation, and you have confidence, you have conceited, and then you have narcissist. In all three definitions, it says ones that think highly of themselves. But how do people understand, like, you gotta be somewhat kind of crazy to be great?
Yes.
You have to
There's
be
too
crazy.
much people in this world, bro.
Oh my God.
There's too much going on in this world on one block.
They don't understand it. They don't understand it.
You feel me? You have to big up yourself, bro. Like this is like, bro, like this is a once in a lifetime that we live in.
Yes. Yes.
You
Yes.
feel me? Like,
Yes.
oh man, I know. Like, I get it. Like, the Disney Channel, the movies, everything makes it look like, you know,
Glitz and glamour.
it's all gravy. But yo, you got one shot at the end.
He's not lying. And that, you try to explain that to people. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna be honest with
Every
you.
second.
What? What? You'll tell you, my guys, we sit down and strategically try to make life make sense.
Mm-hmm.
And to the average mind, they might say something like, yo, you went MIA for the last 3 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks. Sometimes I don't even show up at my spot for like, Tyler, what, a month? And they be like, you don't own it. I'm like, then I don't own it. But I'm like, but in reality, I got so much going on that I'm thinking that when it stops, something else is already brewing, right? So the food keeps coming in.
Yeah.
And that's how I'm thinking,
Yeah.
right?
for
Because
real.
that's not going to be hot forever.
Nah, we gotta keep this thing going.
Come
Yeah,
on,
we gotta keep
bro.
this thing as long as the heart beating, and then aside from that, you got offsprings living here now. There's a copy of you living here.
Yes.
Man, we gotta go nuts.
Yes. And I'm going to blow your mind. New York is one of those states, right? You could literally, let's compare it to sports. Let's say the Knicks. And Chris, you know sports. Carmelo Anthony could put up 40, 40, 40, and then one night, tired, put up 15 points. They're going to boo him. That's New York, guys. New York is very, very,
Oh yeah.
what have you done for me lately?
What have you done for me lately?
Yes.
Yeah, I heard 50 say that in the interview. Yeah, what have you done for me
He's
lately?
right. He's right.
Not what have you done?
What have you done lately?
Yeah.
You know, it's like the NFL. Like in the NBA, you get paid for what your resume is, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the NFL, you get paid for your last season. And that's the world we live in this state. It's like you gotta really be on it and consistently, religiously. Like you said, you gotta be crazy to win, bro.
Yeah, I remember there was one point I was releasing content 6 days out of the week when I first started, bro. 6 days out of the week. I would make content like
Everywhere.
like I would make content all in one day sometime and spread them throughout the week after that. But either way, I'm covering 6 days out of the week something is getting posted. That's how it started off. And the first dude to post me was Shiggy.
Wow. Shout out Shiggy, guys.
Shiggy posted me. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, oh man, it was crazy, man. Yo, Q. Like, it was so nuts. Like, it went from that to like Diddy posted me the week after.
Wow.
And then like I'm going from like 7 to 10K followers to like 30K in the next week. And then it go from 30 to like 100. Then I just start bugging out. I just fired off with the content, bro. I just went crazy after that, man.
You know something funny? People would think like when you stop posting, they're like, you fell off. It's like, no.
We got to it.
Yes,
We got to
you gotta say it.
juicy one. Go
You
ahead,
gotta
go
say
ahead.
it. But a person to think you fell off, but they don't know No, I got something going on that I just can't show yet. It's not ready to be shown.
And not only that, man, I got enough audience to be here with me when I drop again.
Yes. Yes.
Just because you have that what do you call it? Flickering mindset. You know what I mean? That fickle mindset doesn't mean that everybody else doesn't appreciate real, authentic delivery.
Yes.
I know we're in a microwavable society now, but believe me, this is still solid. Like we still got real people doing putting real feeling into what they doing.
I agree 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
And there's a lot of people that, like you said, that genuinely support
They want you to burn yourself out.
You can say that
And
again.
so they could just go ahead and say the same shit they was going to say when you wasn't posting content.
Yes. It's like a full-time job.
I'm telling you, man.
Right?
And you got to understand, again, another thing, like you said, people want your spot too. It's a lot going on.
Yes.
But you must weather the storm.
And he's right.
You must weather the storm.
Like you said, people have a very microwave mentality.
You must.
They want instant everything now. They want it here. I want to see it in my face. Right?
Not knowing nothing that goes into it. Not knowing anything. And you know what? You got it. You're a consumer. You don't have to know. Cool. But I'm going to do me though.
And you don't want the repetition, right?
Mm-mm.
I'd rather wait for something that's actually going to taste good than get something fast that's actually not going to taste good.
How you expect that from a bunch of motherfuckers that's always eating fast food? No.
No, but it's crazy because, yo, bro, I'm telling you, I'm literally going through something right now that my guys know, like, I don't really take things personally. I know that, right? But this particular situation is bothering me more than I give light. Because, like, if I ask a person, this particular person, if I say something like, I hope everything all right, I'm more than good. If I say something like, yo, keep winning it, yeah, you better believe that. And I'm like, yo, hope you had a great day. Since y'all been out of my life been great. This is how it goes religiously with this person. And wholeheartedly, I'm gonna tell you how it started the other day real quick.
I wouldn't be able to tolerate. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to.
And the sad part is, I love this
like,
person.
I knew you for a minute, yeah.
Like, I love this person.
Has he always been like this or what?
It's became like that since things started moving. Since attraction.
No, that's not good.
Yeah, I'm talking about like literally.
That's not good, man.
Since I made my first investment, started moving on.
I got my first story that happened like that.
Talk about it.
My first and only story, and I never knew it was going. I never thought it would happen.
Let's talk about the hater.
Crazy you brought that up.
Let's talk about the hater.
Finished though. Are you finished yet?
I'm gonna let you. I know your story about to be crazy.
Nah, okay.
You better make me feel better about mine.
Nah, yo, dog, I'm telling you.
Listen.
So this dude, right? Like I grew up with this kid, man.
No names will be said to protect the
I'm
innocent.
not saying the name on this one, but like, I grew up with this boy since
Forever.
Elementary, man.
Yeah. I fell out.
Elementary, dog, and like, we went through junior high school. Boom. Like at high school, we just went to different high schools, but we were still cool, chill. Yeah. Saw him even in the hood, even though we wasn't going to the same high school.
Yeah.
Boom. And then also we went to different high schools in the first place because in junior high we all got in trouble together.
Okay.
And we separated. But like, boom, I go ahead and I start doing my thing and on social media, whatever. I'm still showing him the same energy, even after the fact.
Yeah.
After the fact, yo. And then boom, he goes and he blows up and like he's in the drill. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
He's in a drill rap.
Okay.
He blows up. And then I'm like, yo, this is fire. Like, yo, keep going crazy, man.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, yo, your show was sold out. I didn't get tickets in time. I wanted to be able to see I want to see my guy perform. Yeah. He's like, yeah, pull up, come through. I was like, I bet, yo, you know what? I told him, yo, I'm gonna hit you before I pull up beforehand. Before I start heading to the spot, I'm gonna hit you up.
So it's about support.
It's about support, right? I hit him up the day of, earlier in the day. Nothing. Hit him up like a little closer to the show, nothing. And then I hit him like, and then I actually text him. I DM'd him. I'm like, yo, is everything okay?
Yeah.
Like, everything good, bro? Like, cause I hit you.
Yeah.
I hit you up.
Yeah.
And nothing. And then after that, I left it as it was, man. That was it.
Oh my God, bro.
Like, I mean, let me tell you, I saw this dude and bought I saw this dude one day, like we was like in our teens, whatever. I saw him out like on Jamaica.
Yeah.
Ran into him like he was by like somewhere near Jamaica, and then like I bought him something from a place that I was about to go eat at.
Wow. It's like it's never enough.
It's not.
It's never enough.
There we go.
It's never.
Never enough.
I tell you, like this particular person in my situation.
And I didn't birth you.
Yeah, I don't owe you anything.
I didn't give you life.
I just came to support you.
Support like fully.
Come on, man. I think the world has gotten so hypersensitive that no matter what it is, the world is sensitive. I think some people will hate on someone that doesn't even see them as competition. Like I think people will genuinely hate on someone who don't even see them as competition.
That's all good. I'm gonna just keep recruiting people that got love in them, bro. That's all.
That's it. You know, let me say this before we get out of here, but the person I'm talking about, bro, I genuinely can't believe that he believes that I'm jealous of him. And my guys know we're not even in the same financial sector. I'm not even trying to, we can't get, I don't want to talk crazy. We can't get the same type of women. And that's a plus my way. We can't get the same kind of lifestyle, everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, there's no reason to be jealous of you. But in his heart, I'm jealous because I say something like, yo, you're getting older. You should be leveraging yourself to put yourself in a better position in your later days. And me telling him that is like, yo, you think you know my financial situation? I'm like, the world, we could all see. It's very transparent. And I'm not trying to diss you, but I'm like, yo, if you acknowledge what's wrong, you could always fix what's wrong. It's hard to fix what you, if you're willing to accept it. Because I'm going to tell you something. Every broke dude that's good right now was broke at one point. Every king was a peasant at one point. Every queen was not always a queen.
The thing is, we don't leave with this bread, man.
Come on, man. Come on, bro. You can say that again.
We don't even leave with it.
And that's the reality. But like, it's just frustrating, bro. Like, it's like really killing me, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm like it kills my mind that he thinks that I'm not trying to help him. And in my world, what I do, and my guys know, the knowledge is more valuable than the money. Because once I teach you how to fish, you fish for a lifetime. But if I don't show you how to fish, you're gonna always be codependent on me fishing. So me giving you the rod, me baiting the rod for you, me showing you the location where to put the bait in the ocean, I'm thinking in my mind that, damn, I'm teaching you some fire. But in his mind, hold the rod, reel the fish in for me, cook the fish, serve the fish, and now you've done your part for me.
Nah, man. Like
entitlement.
Yeah, no.
Entitlement.
We can't do that because it's gonna spoil you.
Yeah.
It's gonna spoil you actually. Not like put nutrients and like, you know, good fiber and stuff in you. It's gonna spoil you.
It's gonna spoil you.
You know what I'm saying?
But let these people know right now on the live and everywhere where they can keep up with you.
Yo, you can keep up with me. RENNY Renny across all platforms, Facebook, YouTube.
You caught that quick too. That's a common name, so you caught that.
Yeah, you think it's common? You think Renny's common? Yeah.
It's not
Renny
common.
is a name that my aunt gave me. I just ran with it.
I love it though. Renny's a good name.
Yeah, it's quick.
It's easy
simple,
to say.
Yeah, easy to say.
It's funny because I said Renny coming. He knew you. Everybody knew you.
Yeah, like
everybody
you know what I'm saying.
I said Renny. I said yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like quick, simple. So my name is Lorenzo.
Lorenzo.
So that's how that happened. Renzo. Renny.
Or Renzo off the play on. I like it though. I like it.
Yeah, man. So all platforms, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook.
So somebody asked on the live a minute ago, I gotta ask before we get out of here. They said, are you gonna start dropping more content?
Hell yeah, I'm about to light y'all ass up the rest of this year.
Y'all heard that?
I'm lighting y'all ass up.
Look, he made a promise before we went on live, and I'm snitching. He said, yo, I'm about to go crazy on TikTok too, guys.
Yo, I'm lighting it up the rest of this year.
You know the one thing I will admit, though, I like about social media?
I had to like get into these films and shit, you know what I mean? Because people like to play with you sometimes, you know what I mean? And also try to box you in.
But they said the acting money different, though. I heard that. I know you heard that.
What's up?
I heard the acting money different. Listen, I respect TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. I respect it. But I heard that acting money is a little different.
Nah, man. Yeah, man. Like, you know, and I just had to like to showcase myself fully before getting back to what got me hot in the first place.
I agree.
Because initially I wanted to do TV film. Don't get it twisted. Like, Instagram was a vehicle.
Makes sense.
You know? But I will never forget y'all.
Makes sense.
Again, because I don't forget where I come from. So
this is the foundation.
yes.
It's the foundation.
Foundation.
So guys, as he said, you can catch up with him at, say it again. Let him tell him again.
RENNY, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter too, actually.
Did you download, what's the new one? Threads?
Yo, man.
You gotta be on top of all of these things.
All platforms, man. This is getting crazy, bro.
Listen, guys, this was a dope episode. I want you guys to know I appreciate this man for coming and stopping in the Don't Let That Go Over Your Head podcast. We value you, OD. We respect you. We appreciate you. We're gonna definitely back in again and do this another time too.
Yeah.
Right?
We're gonna have more to speak about.
Listen, of course we do. We look, we getting things done.
Mm-hmm.
So new content to come, right? Right. But anything you want to let somebody know before we get out of here?
Not to be corny, not to be cliche.
Let's see if it's corny.
But don't let that go over your head.
I love it.